Alrighty, ladies and gents, welcome. We are back. Welcome to another edition of the London stream. Once again, looking forward to seeing what we can come up with moving forward here today. Without further ado, guys, it is time, as always, to get this show on the road. So, good morning, good afternoon, and very good evening, no matter where we are around the world. As I mentioned, welcome to another edition of London session. Still feeling worse for wear, guys. I'm definitely getting sick again. Unreal. But nonetheless, I am here, so we'll do my best to see what we've got moving forward here today. So you guys need to do me a favor, as you know, YouTube, the few of you on stream, make sure to smash that like button, and TikTok, if you could, please hit that screen for me. Let's get the masses onto the stream. And any charts, any questions, anything you'd like me to answer, or any pairs you'd like me to look at, don't forget to send those into the chat and I'll get to you guys shortly. But in the meantime, guys, without further ado, let's begin. And let's have a look at the news. Let's just see if we have anything scheduled moving forward here today. All right, so we've had the RBA speaking. Not sure what has come out of that. Nothing scheduled for our session here today. All yellow fall news, so nothing to really should impact what we are during our session here today. To have prelim consumer sentiment, inflation expectations moving forward into the MY session, so something to be wary of if you are to be trading later on today into the MY session. Alrighty guys, let's get started though with the analysis, and let's begin with the gold. Let's start on that weekly time frame. Alright, so normally on a Friday, guys, I would like to trade generally in line with the strength of the weekly candle, and we can see here we are printing a relatively strong bullish candle. Let's just use the fib here though to determine where we sit within this candle from top to bottom. We are smack bang at 50%, so off the back of that, we're not at I would consider it to be more on slightly in the weaker side of things. I think we need to be well above the 50%. I know I've drawn it the wrong way around, but it doesn't really make a difference. More concerned by the 50% level. So as we go down the time frames, and we can see in the daily, we had strong rejection yesterday. So bearish engulfing, current candle, an inside bar candle. What we're going to do is mark at the high of the current candle. We're also going to mark in the low of that previous candle. And I do believe off the back of the strength of that previous daily, and the way the current weekly is pulling back, there could be opportunities to take sells as well moving forward here today, guys, against the actual strength of the weekly candle. Onto the 4 hour time frame here, we can see we are at some support. We are bouncing off it, respecting at the minute. Do remain bullish in structure here on the 4 hour. I'm just going to mark in that as the most recent resistance, and we are about to confirm support yet again in the next 6 and a bit minutes. So I'm just going to mark in this area as the support, and that's the current little 4 hour range we are trading within. So likely going to be looking for options either side of that by the looks of things. Now onto the all important 15-minute time frame here, and structurally we can see we do remain bearish, guys, and we will remain bearish at this point as we begin to close above 4,022, that sort of region, this swing point here. So this is the origin of the swing to the downside. This is the lowest point the market got to. We have respected the low, so therefore this is again this is the lowest point. So as long as we remain between this high and this low, we are technically bearish in structure in the M15. So my plans, guys, for today, plans, because there will be a few different options, is I would preference, to be honest, so long as we remain below the current daily candles low, I would preference sells if we are to come up with a trade moving forward. Also based on the fact of where we currently sit in the charts, we are closer to the resistance, so I'm not really keen on buying it into it. I'd rather see how price how it reacts to that 4 hour zone. If it pulls up and rejects that 39.84, and be looking for a price action catalyst to take a potential sell back down towards the current daily candles low. So definitely be keen on sells from the resistance. And that again, using confluence such as the 15-minute structure being bearish, coupled with that strong previous daily candle close to the downside. Further sell options going to be present, possibly below low. To be honest, you should probably drag this zone down a little bit to this area here. It's a bit cleaner below it. So I would therefore preference the sells below this area of liquidity at 39.40 0.44 for any sort of continuation sells, and that's a little bit below the current slash previous daily candles low. Now for the buys, guys, as I mentioned, we've got the weekly still printing fairly strong bullish at this stage. So the options to the upside for me are going to be either a pullback to that point of support 390 50 3950 3948 to really 44, anywhere above that gray zone there. We formed a price action catalyst upon a clean pullback to that point. I would not be against looking for some buys from the support. Again, the weekly still forming relatively strong bullish. Further options to the upside are if we pop back up to the daily high, seeing we have form resistance at that level. If we again trigger in some sellers, trap those sellers, begin to pop above, close above, we do have some clean traffic to the left. At that point there, we're likely going to retest the last significant lower high here in a 15-minute time frame and head back up towards that 40.16 to 40.20 sort of region. So off the back of that, I would be looking for my buy options above that point there. And that is pretty much what I am looking at here today on gold. So I'm not as fixated today on just the weekly candle, because I do believe the back of that strength of that previous daily candle close, we could see some further downside momentum moving forward here today. So that is my plan. Make of that what you will. If you could though, don't forget YouTube, hit the like button. TikTok, don't forget to smash that little screen for me. And we can now move on to take a look at perhaps, let's have a look at GJ, guys. No, it's still a popular pair. I don't trade it. I refuse to trade it, but it looks like it made a decent move yesterday. So having a look at the weekly time frame here on GJ, and we are still forming a very strong bullish candle. Similar to gold though, looks like we've made a decent pullback on a previous daily candle, coupled with also the fact that the current daily candle does have a lower high, lower low to that previous candle. So what we're going to do is mark in the daily low, and we're going to mark in the current daily candle's high. We would have formed support at the low, resistance at the high. If we were to continue bearish, well, don't really have much of a need to pull back up to break that resistance. We did so, and we closed above in the minor time frame. That could provide a potential entry point to the upside. We begin to pop below the daily low. It could also mean further downward push to the downside. So onto the 4 hour time frame, we're also still bullish here on the 4 hour. So we've got daily candle probabilities bearish, got the weekly forming bullish. We've got the 4 hour structure being bullish, and now I suppose you could trade the M15, but I'm more focused on the M30 when it comes to the currency pairs. Looking at the 30-minute time frame here, just adjust that across ever so slightly. I'll leave that to the upside. That was the 4 hour resistance. Yes, it was. So here on the M30, we can see we are technically bearish. So all right, it's very similar to gold here on GJ. Got a pretty strong weekly candle forming, but what we do have is the previous daily closing bearish. Current daily has a lower high, lower low to that candle, and we flip the M30 structured bearish. So options on GJ for me would be pull back to 203.660, 203.70, and look out for a possible catalyst from that zone to look for a potential sell. So that would be one option. Now further sell options would be below that current daily candle's low. As I mentioned, if we pop back below, sweep the Asian session lows, pull back, retest, got some clean traffic to the left, there's a high probability we will make a deeper pullback as we begin to break the daily candle's low. So that would be a nice option to the downside. Sells below 203.186 to be exact. And further options now would be the buy, and I would look for a buy more so at this rate above that resistance here formed at the current daily candle's high, and at 203.758. If we were to pop back up, trigger in some sellers and trap those sellers, begin to close above and pull away from that zone, I do believe that would give us a potential entry signal to the upside. So that is what I'd be looking at on GJ. Make of that what you will, and let's have a good one, team. So again, no rush, no hurry. We have a plan, we stick to it. If it presents, we react. If not, we just chill. What we do here, very disciplined group of traders. In the meantime, welcome one and all. Batman, appreciate it. Rastafari, welcome, mate. Monk, you took sells 1715, closed weaker bullish below the resistance, break the flow. What do you think about that, Trey? I'm on the M30 here. Just here, if you're talking about here, I think it's a pretty good trade. Looks like you would have how much, yeah, about 60 odd pips on the table, so hopefully took some profits from it. I think it's a pretty good entry by the looks of it. I'm not sure how this candle formed. I wasn't on the charts, but otherwise I think it's well done, mate. Definitely something I would have considered for sure. Franco, morning to you. Tommy, morning, mate. What's the daily candle ranges too, mate? Yeah, I know I accidentally deleted him yesterday. I'll put that back up eventually. But Monk, nice one, mate. So you took profit. Good work, mate. It's definitely an entry I would have been considering, 100%. So nice work. Happy to hear it. I'll get to the TikTok guys shortly. Let me just set up a Zoom call for my team if anyone is interested, my members. Alrighty. VIP guys, here is a link for you. There we go. All right, TikTok, how are we? What is going on? Welcome to the 58 of you on stream. Thank you to the 4 new followers. Liquidity, we buy. I don't have a buy signal just yet. It could be a sell signal though in just under 13 minutes. We'll wait and see. Nick, how do you think about A.C.T? I have no idea what it is. I'm assuming it's a crypto. Lazy homeschool mum, thank you for sharing a live and good to see you on the stream. I hope you're well. Thank you for joining. Bruh, dude, I bottom ticked that. The XAUUSD, I can prove it. Nice work. TMC, Baldy, morning, well, it's afternoon here, late afternoon, early evening. Long day, shit day, boring day. But otherwise, all good, mate. Very fun and got closed, and my stop loss didn't even get hit. What do you mean it got closed? As in you breached some parameters, or? Aminus, good day to you. What I think of gold, so I've been over it. I'm looking for, if we close strong bearish here, I'm gonna be looking for sells in the next just under 12 minutes. We close bearish engulfing. Quickly look at 5 minute, we'd have some support. Yeah, we'll see where we close. I really want to be engulfing or very close to engulfing this wick on this bullish candle. If we are to do so, then I'd be waiting for an upper wick to form. Below that wick, we've got some clean traffic back down to the daily low, and that's where I would look to basically below that candle wick is where I look for some potential sell options. Bruh, nope. Hell, looking for reversal. My prop firm closed my account. Why did they close your account? That's the question I'm asking you. Yeah, emailed them. Stop loss didn't even get hit. It's up over 600. Go long. Day recent, I was in profits. It's because day. I have no idea what you're talking about, to be honest, man. I don't have a prop firm account to know. Wow, 400 daily loss, and they reset at 4 PM for me. So you probably were in drawdown, I'm assuming. Well, I really have no idea, mate, because it sounds like if you got tagged in right at the bottom, and then you shouldn't have been, probably didn't have any drawdown. Was it consistency, a breach of consistency? Is it your trading style? I'm not sure, mate, to be honest. Chris Bernard, lost my account yesterday of gold. It was crazy. Oh, really? Shouldn't be losing your accounts though, guys. Just look, especially if it's personal accounts and even prop firm accounts. You should have a stop loss always, and you should accept that, you know, sometimes stop loss is going to get hit, and if that's the case, it's a planned trade. you're accepting a risk. If you're blowing an account, then obviously you're not accepting of anything. You're just not being responsible. Borna, g'day to you. You also blew up your funding account. Yeah, so not sure what you guys have been doing, but you need to be, again, more responsible for your trading and have more discipline than that. You can't be doing that. It's what these prop firms prey on. People are just going to blow the account and keep retesting, resitting, paying for another challenge. Right, so it's 1 AM for me right now. I opened at 1 PM. I left the bottom of the drop. Bottom tip bought, held for long, and was planning on being asleep for my notifications went off and didn't lose though. Stop was under the lowest low. Yeah, that's really strange. That is extremely, yeah, that's something you definitely want answers from them about. But good luck, because they're always going to come up with some excuse. What prop firm, if you don't mind me asking? Paranormal, buy or sell. Potentially selling it. But one's close stronger than this. Alpha Capital Group UK. Funnily enough, I've been approached by them. That reminds me, because I forgot to get back to them a few times. But if they're doing dodgy shit like that, there's no way I'd affiliate with them. I'm so strict, guys. I've been approached by so many companies you would not believe. Nearly after every stream, I have some prop firm or some broker contact me. And I've not bit the bullet on any of them, so I'm not convinced. I'm not yet convinced. So I want the best for you guys, because I know some of you will likely follow my lead. And the last thing I want to hear is you got scammed by some dodgy broker or some dodgy prop firm. So we'll never lead you guys astray. You would have been up about 400 right now. Well, tell them I want my funnel back. I'm like, broke, what funnel program do you suggest? The only one I'm convinced about is FDMO. Fiverr's a good one as well. The Fiverr's I'm be comfortable and confident enough to say they're pretty good. That they're not gonna, you know, do any dodgies. As long as you stick to the rules that are outlined, you'll be right with them. And Audacity is another one which I've seen proof of consistent payouts. Oh, by the way, apologies. It was your friend you said it blew up an account, so apologies if it sounded like I was coming across a little bit aggressive. Got discount codes, but no, I don't. Not affiliated with any broker or any prop firm, my friend. The only affiliation I have, but it's not really done much about it as yet, and waiting to release a video, is Forex Tester. That's that simulating backtesting software, that by far and away the best in the business. So a good way to test your edge, test your strategy. It works exactly the same as TradingView. You can test multiple pairs at the same time. You can all of different time frames, all the indicators, the training view, all the charting tools here to the left. It is an unbelievable toolkit. Got data analytics that tells you what you think, what it thinks you could improve on, what it thinks you're doing right, your strengths, weaknesses, full rundown of the metrics of your trades, and also obviously you got your calendar here, how you fared over, you know, certain days. So I will be releasing a video on that maybe this weekend or early into next week, and I do have a discount code for anyone who is interested. That is the only company of any sort that I am affiliated with. If you don't mind marking up my trade, I'm assuming you got in, like, said it was the lowest point. Today's the lowest point. But anyway, guys, let's focus for a bit because there could be an option here on gold. Let's have a look at the 5-minute time frame. We are fast approaching the support. So what I'd like to see is this M15 close below that 5-minute support there. And if we do so, what I'd be waiting for is an upper wick on the following candle, and we could be looking at some sell options. Now, the issue, as per yesterday, guys, if you remember, these candles are huge, so I'm not comfortable rolling with 90 plus pip stop. So what we're going to need to do is wait for the following candle to create a decent upper wick and trust that as being the highest point, where if we were to be triggered into the trade below the low of this bullish candle, there would be no need for it to pop back up and break its own high again. So that is what I'm currently waiting on, guys, to see. First of all, we want to close a little bit stronger, and then we could have some potential entry options below the 5-minute support. If not, I'm not yet convinced. So that is the plan, that is the rules, and it's simple. Makes trading simple, guys. There's no FOMO. It's either yes or no, and then if it's ticked off, you can take your trade. If it's not ticked off, it's not your trade. You need to chill and wait for your next opportunity. Reassess as data prints, and that's what I do. It's a boring way to trade, yes, because you're not involved probably as often as what, you know, some of you would like to be involved in. But for me, it works, and you know, for me, it's giving me a win rate of that 80% mark. So why I do what I do, because when I used to try to get involved all the time, I used to get wrecked. This means cake out, so your new growth cannot exist without first the destruction of the old. Very true. And realization of the old too, to be honest. For me, self-sabotage. It took me ages to believe it and see it and realize it. Once I did, everything changed. Sebastian, brother, I hope you're well. Welcome as always, my friend. First wick in the first green candle, you see stop loss at bottom of the wick. First green candle, are you talking about here? Or you're talking about this green candle, because there's no wick on that one. Scalp tip here was structure. Left. So you're talking about here. That's where your stop loss was. Scroll up. So it's not going to be a valid entry, guys, so we can chill. It's pulling back. What am I looking at to the upside here? Talking about here. TP was there at the retest of the last significant lower high, and they closed you out in between and have given you a hard breach of your account. Yeah, I'd agree with them, but good luck, because they're always going to say you're in the wrong. It's just, that's reality. all these prop firms, they don't want to pay out. Lose you on a fair value. All right. Yeah, it's no idea. The only thing I can think of is something to do with consistency rules, the way you trade. Maybe they've thought something out of the ordinary. But it might not be though in your case. But to them, maybe it was. That's why they've given you a hard breach. My one and only experience put me off. And again, I was due a payout on a 300k account. And they did everything possible to not pay me out. To the point where the only thing they could do was lock me out of my account and give me a hard breach of not trading for 30 days. So that's, I do not trust prop firms. Again, FDMO would be the only one I would trust. Not 100%, but close enough to. And then the Fivers and Audacity would be probably the next best one. But, you know, I've been scorned once, so now I just trade my own personal funds again. Drop them back up. Legit, my third trade. Went up 12k on a 6k balance. Down my account for 4. Not alpha. Yeah, that's, again, like I said, I'll do anything I can to not pay out, so. My experience was well, I hadn't even breached it, but some parameter which had just miraculously appeared on my trading terminal, which was not on my mate's trading terminal, and he also was under doing the same or past the same prop firm and just doing the same you know, challenge, same company and all, and he didn't even have that listed, but he also was due a payout and got a hard breach for, I can't remember what it was. I think it was copy trading or consistency, something like that. But that's the reality. They don't want to pay out, the majority of them. Sebastian, I won a $5,000 account on HoloPro. Didn't trade yesterday, so I didn't blow it up. Nice one. Just when it's key, top state is legit. Got 2 payouts in 10 days. Nice work, mate. So there you go. Maybe think about top step for us. Can you list the exact cause of what my particular prop firm challenge that time? Well, it was accumulated loss. So not bearing in mind that the account had never gone into any significant drawdown. There was never any close to a breach of any daily drawdown limits. There was never close to any hard breach of full drawdown limit, overall drawdown limit. I think it did go into about 1% or 1.5% drawdown at one point. That was the max, and it obviously went straight into profit after that. But on the 300k account, apparently the most I could accumulate in losses, and that's, again, it's not talking about in drawdown, the most I can accumulate in losses 21k. Go figure. How the hell so you're gonna, after 5 losses, that's blown automatically, even if you're not in drawdown on the account. On a 300k account, a small loss is like, you know, 1 or 2k. So you go figure. That's how they could come up with that crap. It wasn't on my mate's account. It just miraculously appeared on mine. And bearing in mind, the account had never gone into any sort of significant drawdown whatsoever. Prop firm was only funds. So at the time, it was legit. It was legit. My mate also knew the owner, but he had issues with partners and he exited the firm. And after that, that's when the shit hit the fan. Literally the shit hit the fan. And I'm not the only one. As soon as I started having issues, I started to read some of the latest reviews and everyone was complaining some bullshit excuse as to why they weren't getting paid out from the prop firm. So never ever go with them. It was an experience and it, you know, really pissed me off. almost took legal action, to be honest. I was so close to doing it, but it's just, you're never going to win. It's not worth it. For us, what are my views about top one trader? I have no idea, to be honest. Never heard of him. Stocks. This rate, I'm preferring a sell. What options are there to the upside now? Well, we have formed some resistance here, so let's just look at it in the 5-minute too. Actually, it doesn't look that bad. All right, so for buys, we want to be engulfing that bearish candle minimum, and then we're likely going to be entering above these wicks for potential buy options. Because we've formed a pause, we've created a lower high. We want to continue bearish, and we don't really have much of a need to break above and close above that bearish candle. If we did so, I do believe there's a high probability that we could come back up towards that 39.85 region. So off the back of that, let's keep a bit of an eye on this. I'll just mark that level in, but we likely want to be trading above these wicks. Bro, you seem bullish personally? Yeah, I do believe there could be options to the upside as well. Just a random guy, no idea if anyone knows. Can you trade gold on top step? Please help a brother out. Bro, I don't think it wants out of 4K. Should go back up. By the way, guys, YouTube, I did put out a little poll question. Not sure if anyone's answered it, but gold, are we going to be above or below 4,000 by week's end? I've put above. Stocks all-time high, you never know. Yep, sure, could definitely do that. Just a random guy going to target 1920. Wow, good luck. Shadow Master, top one trader, funding accounts also nice. Okay, top one trader. Saying good day to you. That's what happened to me. I had 3,000 over the initial balance and took a loss of 2%. They lost 6% and they locked me out. Yeah, that's exactly what happened to me. They locked me out of my account. I did email them about it, asking what is this silly parameter, which it's not in any of the rules, the regulations of the challenge. It's not there. It's still not there to today. Last time I looked, and they said it's their mistake. They'll get back to me. They'll fix it. Don't worry about it. Keep going on with my challenge. But I was afraid to, because I was within like 3K. So that's maybe one trade, or maximum 2 losses, and would have been breached. So I thought after a while, and they got back to me. Eventually said, no, it's you've hard breached your account. I said, for what? I haven't even breached that particular parameter yet. They got back to me. I cracked shits. They got, no, sorry, our bad. We'll fix it again. And then locked me out of the account to the point 30 days have been breached, and they finally found a proper excuse to take my account away from me. It really left a sour taste in my mouth. So, but what can you do? Say to be, yes. Welcome to you. Tommy, I tried it. They said they're not reliable for any financial investment loss. That's how they deem it. I did query him. I did ask him for a chargeback. I had a look into it, and after about 2 weeks, they would not. They said it's not their issue. Visa doesn't cover it, apparently. It was one of the first things I did was call up my bank and yeah, ask about a chargeback. So yeah, it is what it is, and it was a fair price. It was over 5K Aussie. Right, so if they close your account, I would be too. But definitely query him and don't let him get away with it. Good luck. I don't like your chances, but just keep pestering him. GK, I bought at 47. Where is the best or my stop loss 47. Well, you're well in profit, and if it were me, I'd already have my stop loss in profit. I'd probably be trailing it to just below this recent swing point this week here at 39.65. But just depends on what your plan is. Are you holding for a swing trade? If you are, I'd still be at break even by now, especially going into the weekend. You know, the market is susceptible to gaps at the open of the new week. So, you know, once gap to downside, all of a sudden you're in some, you know, significant drawdown. To be honest, I wouldn't hold the trade into the weekend. I'd just be trailing a stop up. And at the minute, this is the most recent swing point, 39.65. I'll start with brokers like car salesmen, especially at prop firms. Brokers are, you know, dodgy at best as well, but in my experience, they're not going to lock you out of your account and run away with your cash. They might deny a certain trade. Like I've had the experience of IC markets where literally my trading terminal froze when I was in a trade, and it was absolutely pumping. And I had been pressing magic keys. I had been pressing close just in case it woke up, and so I'd be, you know, I thought I'd exit with some significant profit. But they actually exited me out of the trade where it froze like 6 pips in profit when it pushed literally about 80 pips in literally a minute or two. Video sent them a video of it as well. It said it was must have been my internet, which it definitely wasn't, because TradingView, everything else was working. I was on a call with the old team at the time when that happened. Believe it or not, it was Swiss. It was USD CHF. Never forget that day. It absolutely pumped, and it wasn't even news related. It just shot up like gold would do. At FOMC, it was crazy. Oh, snap out. Can people lose accounts when gold is doing nothing but going up? Yeah. Yeah, it's a profit, mate. Yeah, they are. I agree. They refuse to pay out, they are regulated, run away. My broker is fantastic. Only a couple of mistakes in 9 years and paid me back twice. That's what you want. Okay, when should we buy? Well, potentially on a closure above 39.76. Malik profits says it's going down. All right, we'll wait and see you guys. Good. Oh, it's not, I used to love trading. Have you ever got bored of it? Yeah. There are times where I do get a bit stale with it and couldn't be asked there, but then I know the potential return, and it's also good to take a break. So I've come back fresh after, you know, about almost 10 days of not looking at the charts. And again, I think it's important to make a withdrawal and enjoy some of that, you know, hard-earned cash, whatever it is. For me, it was enjoying myself, you know, my own time, which I rarely get for the best part of a week. For more, just a little more than a week it was. Gold Summer, it's not me saying I've lost money, I quit. Well, it's legit, just can't be bothered to check anymore. 100% have to enjoy it. Yeah, I understand. It gets to be like that sometimes. Tell me if you've seen a 4-hour IC on gold, mate. Monday, 6th of October, 4 hour. Was on the charts on Monday. Monday. Wow, I don't have it here. I'm assuming it's that candle closed bearish and this candle's tapped in. I reckon that's what you might be talking about. It is? Yeah. So it just depends on what broker you're using. And this one's tapped in, and look at it go from that point. Now, I'm not sure if you were on the stream yesterday when I mentioned Tommy that about this particular session, what I've been doing. It's one of these sessions, I can't remember exactly which project, but what I've been doing is I've been adding notes to it. Yeah, here we go. And what I do is within the notes, I note down after how many candles does the actual trade get triggered in, just to determine what is the higher probability of when candles actually, you know, pull back after a certain amount of time. If it's within, you know, 5 to 10 candles, is it a high probability? If it takes a lot longer, what are the probabilities of being a successful trade, so on and so forth. So I've done that with every one of these trades. I think it's a really good way to go about it. Nice, mate. Yeah. So that's what I'm going to do moving forward. So this is the 30 minute, I think this is the 30 minute. No, this is the 15 as well. This is a new one, the 15. I think I'm trading this one a lot more strictly. And again, it's a good thing about Forex Tester Online. Yeah, that's it. So on your broker's chart, you've got that wire interruption there tagged in, and look at it go. Nice, mate. Nice one. Did you actually manage to get involved, or?
No, I missed it.
Oh, did you? Yeah, it's typical. I got hold of one of the daily ones ages back. Where was it? One of these, yeah, down here was this one. I got hold of that one, but you know me, mate. I closed it out well and truly before it pumped. I still closed out in some significant profits. I think it was more than 100 pips, but I mean, look at it now. Just goes to show you always need to keep a little runner. Trail the stop loss, and that was a cracking entry though. Literally, to the T, there was no drawdown.
Even if you kept it, if you're on the daily time frame, keep it to maybe the previous daily low.
Yeah.
And just hope it don't take it.
Yeah, well, I mean, if that was the case, then you would have only been tagged out up here. So
yeah.
What? Let's measure it. Entry is there. Tagged out there. So you got, wow, $170 move there. Not a bad little move. Probably wouldn't have been training for the rest of the year, to be honest. Yeah, I've got to get into the habit of holding on. Sketchmas, g'day to you, mate. Gold Sniper, XAUUSD. Yeah, I'm sure it is, as is XAUUSD, so on and so forth. And they put Gold Sniper, yes they are. No, I'm not doing it, forget it. I don't know, they're so strict here with all that bullshit now. Obviously they've made it illegal for children under 16, I think it is, to have access to social media accounts. I'll still manage to find ways though. It's happening here as well in UK. Yeah, it's a joke, isn't it, mate? It's all about control. It's not protection. It's not protection at all. It's all control. That's all it is. All right, JJ looking interesting. Once again, TikTok, appreciate the new followers. Welcome, welcome team. Gold Sniper saying it's the only way to stop immigrants. I'm not sure what that's got to do with immigrants, but I think it's bullshit, isn't it? It's just another way to keep more, we'll have more control of what you're doing, keep an eye on what you're doing, snooping on what you're doing. Never heard so much bull crap in my life. Oh, I agreed. Sebastian, let's see what happens. I have a sell stop at 39.65 with a stop loss 39.78. All right, so you're looking for a wider target and wider stop loss, maybe buy again from 39.47. Stop loss 39, stop, sorry, at 39.78. You mean a sell limit? Fair enough. Oh no, sell stop, sorry, you're right, 39.65. All right, below this wick, the 5-minute support. Yeah, fair enough. You know, I'd rather see how price approaches it, but I can understand. All right, guys, give me 1 second. I'll be back. I knew I was going to get sick of that plane. It was the plane from hell, that one. Gold Sniper, usual weekend pattern incoming. Russia will fly somewhere. $1 a week. People won't want gold. New highs next week. Speaking of Russians, they were the ones next to me coughing and sneezing like crazy. They weren't the worst of it. There were a lot of other people there which looked extremely strange. And apparently we're not gonna allow that anymore here in Australia, but there was a plane full of it. That's all I can say. Self and some of the other locals didn't look none too impressed about it, but it's life these days. All right, we're looking for sells, guys. If we close strong bearish here below, we're close to the low of this bullish candle low, definitely want to be engulfing the previous bullish candle. And that could be enough for a sell option. Once again, it's going to be quite a wide stop loss, so we're likely going to need to wait for new candles to create decent upper wick and trust that as being the highest point that the candle will get to, and trust that as being a level we could safely place our stop loss. So once again, that could look something like so. So we need the confirmation, this candle closing something like so. New candle creates decent upper wick, begins to reject, and then we're looking for the entry. Perhaps a little bit higher up below the bearish low, likely below that bullish candle's low, targeting the daily low again. So that is the plan if it does present. Need to wait patiently just over 5 minutes. Can you check EU? Heavy Metal Bulldogs, get out to you, by the way. Doesn't look great, but let's quickly do the rundown. So strong bearish weekly, I'd be likely looking for any sells moving forward here today. Daily is very strong to the downside as well at the minute. We're at some support though here to the left. Current candle and inside bar candle, not a lot going on. Onto the 4 hour, we are bearish in structure as well on the 4 hour. Recently created support just there, which lines up with some more support here to the left, so it's much cleaner below that 115 165. So that is the continuation side of things in my opinion, unless we can see different in the minor time frame. Let's just quickly go back to the 4 hour. Don't have resistance just there yet. We'll mark that in. And 30. Yeah, I'd be definitely keen on selling it. Look at that. Tommy, look at that, mate. Just pull back to tap into that interruption candle and rejecting. That's well after it. Yep. The downside. Is there any clean traffic within this zone? Doesn't look like there's much. Alright, let me just redraw this zone and see if there's anything. Alright. Don't think it's going to be the margin, to be honest. No. To be honest, EU, I'd want to sell it. I don't see any options at the minute. There's no margin below this support. So for me on EU, I'd just be waiting for a deeper pullback to sell it. The only other thing is if it creates a lower low below this point here, then forms that, obviously it's form resistance, begins to pop above it, flip the structure to M30 at the 4 hour support, then I consider the buys. Otherwise I'd be looking for pullback sells, and that's pretty much it. To me, it's at a pretty awkward level to trade it because it's too close to the support to sell it on the higher time frame picture. All right, 2.5 minutes remaining on gold. We want to close bearish engulfing here if there is to be a trade on the next M15 prior to London Open. Otherwise, we're waiting for session open. Mr. Kevin, what? G'day, mate. Just quickly answer this one question. It'll take me 2 seconds. It's Kevin, what's the sell limit? So it's when you're selling something, when you want to be triggered into a trade above the current market price. So let's just say I want to be triggered in at 39.84, this resistance. I'll place a sell limit at that point there. In anticipation, price will pull back to that point, tag me into a trade. I'd be triggered in, and it's going to reject that zone and continue bearish. And obviously the stop order is when you're looking to sell it below the current market price. So on the, for instance, as it breaks this bullish candle's low, you've got to sell stop at that point. That's just a quick response to that. Sorry, Franco, how are you, mate?
Yeah, I'm okay. And you? Are you rested?
Still have not had a more than a couple hours sleep. To be honest, I can't sleep. I'm just not used to it yet. So.
Oh. So you mean, so the jet lag is heavy this time?
Yeah, it's really heavy. Wow. So I've been out from very early this morning and almost fell asleep driving home, honestly. It was a struggle.
Hope the weekend can help a little bit.
Not at all, mate. Not at all. Weekend is the family business time. It's more hectic.
Okay.
So, but yeah, what's the deal today?
Yeah, I posted already something in the group for GU. It's more or less what you said also for EU.
Yeah.
But I'm waiting for an upper price to create resistance, and then from this resistance take some sells.
Yeah.
Because right now there is not really a margin, and we are also at the 4 hour support 2 times. The most recent one and some older before. So therefore I'm waiting to get some resistance at a higher price.
Yeah.
Maybe it will come down right now. It could be, but for me also there's not really enough margin because of this H4
yeah, I agree. Sorry, it's just session open.
No issue.
Yeah, I don't think it's at a very desirable tradable level at the minute, to be honest. EU, GU, Nor is gold. Gold is just consolidating, so there is no confirmation for me. Buy it or sell it at the minute. But again, we've formed some support here, so I have a level I'd want to be below, and that is 39.65.70 roughly.
Yesterday, gold was coming down much. Do you think that was the issue with the plan, the peace plan, which was accepted?
Possibly. I'm not sure when that happened. Again, I wasn't up for it. There was high impact news yesterday for the US dollar around that time, if I'm not mistaken.
Really? Because
unemployment claims.
Yeah, because the news are not really working right now because of the shutdown.
Yeah. Well, Powell spoke yesterday, apparently.
Yeah, but it was in the evening, so there is not really.
Must have been. I'm not sure, to be honest.
Yeah, me too. So because I was looking yesterday in the evening the news, and then I thought maybe, oh, maybe this could be the reason why gold was coming that hard down. So in that time, when I was looking for, I was also not aware about the reason.
Nas actually seems like it bounced off the back of it a little bit. Dropped first and then bounced. Bitcoin the same as gold, but it's slowly creeping back up. Also, it's a bit of a rebound in the DXY. DXY is very strong bullish this week. So is gold, and people say right opposite. It's not always the case. I always say don't worry so much about DXY. You're trading gold, especially if you're scalping. If you're scalping, you're only looking for 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 pips. Focus on the pair you're trading. Don't get too distracted by what's going on the other charts. I know a lot of people are gonna say, they or have a different opinion of that, but I've never looked at it, and I've got an 80% win rate. So just do what works for you. Find an edge and don't worry so much about what's going on the other pairs. FX Joy, good day to you and goodbye to you. Chris Rosas, thank you for the stickers, mate. Appreciate it. Heavy Metal Bulldogs, all good. K, what broker? Type in the chat. Mention it, so I should have no issues, but just in case. I'm not affiliated with them. I don't have any. There's no benefit for me if you join. There you go. Check GU. So yeah, we had a look at it just a little bit ago. Franco's chart. It's the same as EU. It's just, for me, it's not at a tradable level. I'd rather wait for it to pull back for a sell. Lucky but buy. Not in a minute. ODC, no, it doesn't stand for Australian Capital Territory. It stands for Analyze, Confirm, Trade. I'm in Melbourne, mate. It's me, okay. News in 13 minutes. It's not high impact news, if there is any. Yeah, it's definitely not high impact news. Nothing will happen of that. It's Swiss news anyway. User, do you think we come back down to 57? Look, again, I don't trade what I think will happen. Is it a possibility? Yes. When will I react to that potential option? Is when we start to pop below 39.65.70. And I do believe, yes, it will. Actually, I believe it'll go beyond that point if we start to close below. Doesn't mean it has to, but I'd be pretty comfortable looking for a sell to take it back towards 39.50. So once again, guys, we want to be very strong bearish here, very close to this low, and if we are, we could have options at London Open for a sell. Sebastian, over the past few days, I've repeatedly observed how the price of gold forms peak upwards or currently downwards and then creates a U or inverted U pattern back to the exit. All right, nice one. It's always good to recognize these things, make observations, and take note of it. It's like you often see you guys see me take screenshots of certain things that happen, and I gather enough data and accumulate enough screenshots to start to trust an entry, put it to work, and see how probable it is. Gold Sniper, gold just keeps going. I've traded 4-hour correction the past 3 weeks and never lost a buy trade. It's forming well till today. Yeah, it's made it more significant pullback. KSS multimedia, gold will sell small before going up. Well, it continues up every time it pulls back. It makes a much deeper push to the upside. Keep a correction back up. Where did we get to? 40.59. It's the highest point. Obviously, it would differ on different brokers. But we're looking at maybe sells here, guys, in 8.5 minutes. Once again, strong closure. We need the new candle. London opens, create decent upper wick, and that would be the stop loss. King of Kings, how long been training for? Over 8 years now. Alright, so we're dropping here on gold again. No entry. I'm just waiting for session open here. If it melts, it melts. It's not my trade. Bass check always seems to go down when London opens. That's another observation. That's good to have the data to back it up, and if it does, then you know what to look out for potentially. 6S EU, had a look at it before. It looks very trashy at the minute. I'd be waiting for a pullback sell personally. You're at key level of support, 4-hour level. Wouldn't be selling into it. I'd rather wait for a deeper pullback to sell it. Tapped into the interruption candle and rejected that point. That could have been a potential entry point. Love that bullish candle. I'd preference to pull back for maybe possible sell options, but it's far off an entry in my opinion. Gonna wait just over 6 minutes. Fantastic. Gold selling off. Yeah, but we could still end up back within the consolidation area, guys. So we're not jumping into a sell just yet. Mr. Kevin, can we sell gold? I'd be waiting for a closure. User check GU, it's same as EU. So for me, there is no entry here. There is no margin to the downside. You're not in it from higher up. In my opinion, you're a little bit too late to the sells. So what I'd be waiting for is price to pull back to pretty much where it come from. A nice clean pullback for another potential sell option, or preference a deeper pullback and look for a sell option from below. To be honest, I would not discount the buys. Reason being, I'm pretty sure you're at strong support. You are at support. Just hard going against this strong weekly candle. So on a Friday, technically speaking, the way I go about it, I would avoid the buys. But it does not look all that bad above this swing point. But really above 133 and 134. Gold pulling back up, so let's patiently wait. We want the closure below before any potential entry. What is the low? Just while we're at it. $39.6266. Who won? Stillo. Thoughts on UT trade, not indicator. Bot? No idea, mate. No, I don't know what it is. Never heard of it. Alright guys, just under 3.5 minutes. We could have a valid entry. Doesn't mean it's a definite trade because it comes down to, like I mentioned before, how the London Open candle forms. Needs to have a decent upper wick, and that would have to be our stop loss. If we want it to close below, we want to retest and then begin to pull away. Not even had a closure below on a 5-minute. So if we are to close below, this will be the first 5-minute candle, obviously 15-30 hourly. Well, hourly doesn't really count. Hourly doesn't look good for a sell at all, to be honest. I'm going to avoid that time frame. Focus more on 15 here. There we angel, retest and sell. And again, it has to close below, and then yes, retest that zone and begin to pull away from it, and the sell will be below, likely below the bearish candle low. Fast check. What about a buy? I'd preference the buy is above 39.76 of this most recent resistance. So we angel again. Do I think retest to sell? I need to wait a confirmation and we'll see, but could do it. But at this rate, we're pulling back up into the consolidation, so there is likely not going to be an entry. But we'll see. Still got just over a minute and a half, and gold being gold can definitely shift quick enough to close below still. But we'll see. Fast check, all good. A double S multimedia. Nice one. Hasn't really done much of anything. Back right where we started, to be honest. Lots of candles do this. Go up, pull back down, go down, pull back up. That's a normal thing. A lot of people get tricked into a sell. Don't manage it. Get greedy. Goes all the way back into drawdown. And get even more greedy into another position, and then we end up popping back up and back at the 4-hour resistance, and have blown account, or done some stupid shit like that. But I'm waiting for a confirmation here. I want it to close below. Not fussed at all. No FOMO. It's a simple rule. Kings should buy or sell. Nothing at the minute, in my opinion. No, good day to you, mate. Trading line with the weekly candle. Today, no, I'm not as fussed. Reason being is because of that strong rejection of previous daily. Bearish engulfing candle. We have, obviously, we're bearish here on the minor time frame. So off the back of that, I'm not as strict with it as I normally would be today. So we got session open, guys. We've closed. Yes, bearish engulfing, but we're still well above the zone here, above the lowest point. And I'm not convinced at all about any sells at the minute. So nothing yet on gold. bought at 39.40. Should I hold? You need to have a plan for that. I'd be, you know, safely stop loss, safely in profit for me. Ken, what's your plan? What is it? Swing trade? What's your target? Where's your stop loss? So on and so forth. You need to have that all determined prior to any entry. No name copy. Nice one, mate. Oh. What is GJ and the other pairs up to GJ? Nice drop. Yeah. Alright, that was from yesterday. Yeah, so it looks like AU might have the strength when it comes to the majors at the minute. Doesn't look like it here, but against the other majors seems to be holding ground. Ugh. Fast check in the southeast of Oz. It is now 6 p.m. Oz is a big country. There's, I don't know, 4 different time zones, I think. El Prochon looks like a heavy correction and profit. The heavy run. Off taking, possibly at 4K area. That's check. Yeah, obviously. Yep. London open, so at 8 a.m. Mission gold is as today. God, I'm so tired. How do you have such a clear oversight through the market? Is trading on PC really that? I much prefer it. I think it's the only thing that makes the difference. It's just experience, time on the charts, having, you know, put in the work and effort to get to the point where you've got enough data to trust your analysis, trust what you do, trust your rules. It'll be many years to do all that, to achieve that. The most important thing I realize is just not to chase trade. So I can see gold dropping right now, and I know I'd like to get involved in a sell below this level, but without the right confirmation, I'm not trusting it, because had I taken it just here, I probably would have been, you know, stopped out or stuck in a fair bit of drawdown. So again, it's just a matter of having the data to back it up, so that you can do that through journaling, you can do that through, as I mentioned, back testing. Another way to do it. And once you got that data accumulation, then obviously you can feel confident, comfortable with your you know, analysis, and just follow your plan. Fast check, will it increase for London Open? Will it go up, you mean? Who knows? In a minute, it's not, it's going down. The counter probabilities are bearish now, so good chance it could continue. No name interruption play on the M30 on gold would have been so nice to catch. Gold bias. I'm at here, I'm assuming. Really heavy eyes. Yeah, that would have been a nice one, mate. And you would have been triggered in how many candles? So that's your confirmation. So we're after that candle, we count the candles 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's all right. Better ones are low. In 5 candles. Would have sat through a bit of drawdown, but safely, you know, stop loss would never been hit. Would have definitely got a good return on that. Massive wicks down, taps in, rockets up. Yeah, you gotta love those ones. Oh. Jesus Christ, I'm falling asleep, guys. Fuck it. KSS multimedia we will buy soon. Maybe at the support it could be an option. Ben, why does London session usually start by going in the opposite direction? I'm not sure if I've noticed that, to be honest. Okay. Could be a first. You might see me fall asleep on the live stream. Yeah, gold's making the move, guys. So unfortunately, no confirmation for me. Tommy? No, I'm not. No way. Tonight I'm gonna be up crazy time tomorrow morning. All good, mate. All good. Not a problem at all. But catch you possibly Sunday if you're about. I can't confirm yet. I might be even a live in session on YouTube, but we'll see. But have a good one, mate. Take care. Yeah, Friday. Oh, gold melting. Well, there's your move, guys. So happy Friday to those who took a sell. Pretty happy about things at the minute. No entry here for me, so I think that's about it. I'm gonna get going too, guys. I'm buggered. I'm falling asleep, literally. So I'm just easing my way back into proceedings here. Been away for the best part of, 10 days, almost 2 weeks. There's no rush. Just watching the charts, watching how things are moving. And next week we should be all good for hopefully some highly probable entries. So we'll see how we go. Once again, do trade safe if you are trading into the remainder of the day. Always another day, guys, on the charts, so don't do anything stupid. Looking forward to Monday. Don't think so, there is no public holiday, is there, on Monday? Japan? Oh shit, there is. It's across the board basically, except for the UK. We'll see about Monday. Maybe we'll do the sim live on Monday. We'll see. Keep you guys posted, so make sure to be following me on TikTok, IG, YouTube, all that stuff. Discord, the free Discord group as well. I'll let you guys know in there. But nonetheless, guys, do trade safe. Take care. You guys have a good weekend. DS the Vec, thank you. You too. Everyone on YouTube, thank you for, you know, just still being there after being away for so long. G, yesterday my opening goal flies down. And the opening goal goes down. It is shadow boring. It is. It's boring. Honestly, I'm falling asleep, but it's what it is. What can you do? Move on to Monday. Take care, guys. Franco.
Okay, man. See you on
Cheers,
Monday.
man.
Enjoy your weekend.
You too. Oh, try
See
to.
you.
You too, mate. Take care.
Bye. Yeah, bye.
See you, brother. YouTube, TikTok. All the best to you guys. Again, what can you do? Nothing really happening at the minute. Take care, and I'll catch you guys on Monday. Until then, here's team. Have a good one. Bye for now.